Now, Russian President Vladimir Putin has once again criticized Western sanctions against his country over the Ukraine crisis. Putin says the sanctions are aimed at curbing Russia's development. He noted that sanctions will not achieve their goal while they are capable of damaging Russia. Putin added that Russia will not allow a single country to act as the world's undisputed leader, in an apparent reference to the United States. He says Moscow will reject such a world order. Putin said Russia is not at war and does not want confrontation with any country. Putin made the comments as his country has been in the spotlight in the Munich Security Conference over the Ukrainian crisis. Here's more.
Fresh diplomatic attempts have begun to resolve the lingering crisis in Ukraine. The unresolved armed conflict has played the lead in Munich Security Conference. Many may arguably say that no light can be seen at the end of the tunnel of this 9-month war, but towels having been thrown in search for a diplomatic solution.
Still have a chance.
Germany and France have put something new on the table, a peace proposal in a bid to end the bloodshed in East Ukraine. François Hollande and Angela Merkel say their proposal is based on Ukraine's territorial integrity that could be acceptable to all. The top European leaders held crunch talks in Kiev and Moscow in the hope to win their support. But Merkel could not hide her skepticism that her two-day Kiev-Moscow shuttle might fail, though she says the talks are worth giving another chance. The Kremlin, accused of direct involvement in Donbass war by the US and its allies, has also hopes. The Russian foreign minister has also struck a positive tone.
These talks will continue, as you know. We believe there is every possibility that we will reach a result and agree on the recommendations that will allow the sides to really untie this knot of a conflict.
The US, one of the key players in the conflict, is also on the same page with Europe, but wants to tilt the equation towards Kiev. How? American lethal weapons for Ukrainian armed forces. But division bells are ringing. Europeans don't want to put down this fire with fire.
This crisis cannot be solved by military means. This is why it's more important than ever to define substantial steps to fill the Minsk agreement for life.
The flurry of diplomatic maneuvering follows several virtually failed rounds of talks between representatives of breakaway Donetsk and Luhansk regions and Kiev. Russia is not only playing the role of a mediator, but is also accused by the West of being a troublemaker. The West says Moscow has heavily helped the Russian-speaking militia, even sending foot soldiers to the front lines. Russia is, some observers believe, at a proxy war with the West. But the Kremlin is all denial. Russian President Vladimir Putin says his country doesn't want war with any state. Words in Kiev, Moscow and Munich have so far had little, if any, immediate impact on the lives of millions of people caught in the escalating war in Ukraine's breadbasket area. The non-stop sound of shelling is a nightmare for these people. This mother, who's been living in a basement with her children for the past month, says her son wakes up in the middle of the night and weeps. He sees nightmares every night, she says. Those who've been able to make it have packed up and fled. But for those who are stranded, staples are in short supply. Igor is a social worker in Luhansk, helping the needy, giving out warm milk and food. But he says he can't satisfy all those who seek his helping hand.
We will never recognize the fake election which takes place on the 2nd of November, and where they elect so-called leader of the terroristic states.
Probably Merkel is right about any possible breakthrough. Maybe she has this hunch when she doesn't see any will in Kiev or in Donbass. Russians' anxious about the NATO's crawl towards their frontiers have also serious doubts about the true intentions of the military alliance.